Stay tuned for some new Marvel Legends, and also the Sentinel has shipped. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And just a small little update for you. The Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Sentinel has shipped. The time is now, people. So public service announcement, if you're in the UK, you probably already know, as your card has already been charged. It was technically meant to arrive on the 27th, which is tomorrow. Today is the 26th, so it charged a day sooner. So keep that in note if you are in the US or in Europe. Make sure you got your funds ready the day before, as yes, I have been charged for many a Sentinel, and I've also got my shipping notification. So I'm assuming logistically behind the scenes, they're setting things up, and these things will leave the warehouse tomorrow. So fingers crossed, I will have a Sentinel, or maybe a couple of Sentinels, by the weekend. So you know what to do. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, because of course I'm going to be doing a full review when it arrives. So time will tell. But I do actually have some new Marvel Legends as well. So let's show them off. Like always, these videos are just an opportunity to show you what reviews are about to hit the channel, so you can give me your thoughts on what you want to see first, what comparisons, etc. in the comments below. As I've had a quiet couple of weeks, I did get Mysterio. Go and check that review out on the channel. So you already know I love the Spider-Man retro card. And that's right, people, I have the brand new Marvel Legends Spider-Man wave. To be fair, this has become a sort of Christmas time tradition, as I always manage to get this wave just a little bit ahead of schedule before Christmas, and I love a Spider-Man retro card wave. So let's go through it, shall we? First thing first, we have Disco Stu, sorry, I mean Hypno Hustler. Now, if you're not familiar with the character, that's okay. You don't have to know everybody, but use action figures as a way to learn. Use the medium of action figures as a way to introduce yourself to a whole new world of Marvel characters. And I think Donald Glover wanted to make a movie at Sony of Hypno Hustler, but it never quite happened. But anyway, fun character. Get your disco trousers ready, as now we have in the Marvel Legends line, and I love a retro packaging as well. Switching to the modern packaging though, a character who could have absolutely been on the retro card, because he was a background character in the animated series, which of course the card back is a tribute to back in the 90s. But now we have the Owl, again for the first time in the Marvel Legends line. Here's another sort of goon, think sort of Hammerhead, think Tombstone, Kingpin, that sort of gangster vibe. But he has a little owl as well, and I have heard rumours that one of my subscribers is possessed with an owl. Yeah, I know, strange. But anyway, here we have the Owl for the very first time in the Marvel Legends line. Next up, we've got a couple of Spider-Man variants for you. So these are sort of more modern character designs from the comics. So this, first things first, is Kurt Wagner Nightcrawler. So Nightcrawler was masquerading as Spider-Man, as there were Sentinels out there hunting mutants. And of course, Spider-Man isn't a mutant, as he got his powers via a spider bite, like it was sort of experimental science vibes. So Kurt was hiding in plain sight as Spider-Man, and nobody in New York noticed that Spider-Man had a tail and he was bantfing around. But anyway, here he is for the first time in the Legends line. And again, just a fun concept, a fun character design you can add into your Spider-Verse. Not mad at it at all, looking really good. And then, as you've seen already, this is Spider-Venom. So this is taken from a very recent story in the comics where Spider-Man, Peter Parker, sort of accepts the spider symbiote again for the greater good. And this is the updated version of the symbiote costume, essentially. So we also get a nice new modern Peter Parker head as well that does have some of that symbiote crawling on his neck. And he's also got the chains, which is a carryover from when Eddie Brock's son had the spider symbiote before Peter taking it back on. So it's sort of it's a carryover, but it's in the modern comics. If you're familiar, you'll know, but if not, it's just another symbiote Spider-Man to add to your growing collection. Again, another character that's fair game for your Spider-Verse. But like I said, go and read the stories, people. Use these Marvel Legends as inspiration to learn something new. And if you don't know about this guy, then you should absolutely go and read some 90s Spider-Man, as it is Cardiac, sort of an anti-hero, never quite made the animated show, but he absolutely would have been if they had continued it. A character that has been heavily asked for in the Marvel Legends line and does fill a nice gap in that Spider-Man rogues gallery, especially if you're a 90s baby. So there you go, there is Cardiac, looking great, and it always looks better when it's on that retro packaging as well. So probably the highlight of the way for me is Cardiac. And remember, that's not two separate balls, that is a half a ball that attaches together. So that's my tiny gripe. But anyway, I like it. And then last but not least, it is the update of Spider-Man 2099. Now, Miguel O'Hara has always been a little bit more musclier, a little bit more leaner than Peter. And on the previous body we had for him, it was the same as Peter Parker, and it was also just a little bit skinny, to be honest. So I'm glad they have given the updated body so we can at least be on par with Peter, as Spider-Man 2099 is a bit buffer. So he's got the much better body now, completely pinless. And for the second time now, we have this character on the retro card. Now, I don't mind it as long as it's a worthy upgrade, but I'd always appreciate newer characters. But anyway, Spider-Man 2099 on the retro card, upgraded body, completely pinless, good stuff. There you go. So there you go. That is it. What are my favourites of the wave? Probably these two. However, I'm always appreciating of adding new characters to the shelf. So you let me know in the comments below what you want to see first, what reviews you want to see, what comparisons, head swaps, all of that good stuff. Let me know so I can do it in the actual video. That's the whole point of these ones, letting you know what's arrived and letting you know what videos are about to hit the channel. But first things first, maybe the Sentinel, all right? So I'm streaming tomorrow night on Thursday as usual with Rich, and then I'll be back on Sunday for Legends and Liquor. So if the Sentinel arrives, I will sneak in a review, and then I'm going to jump on to the Spider-Man wave. But as always, people, if you like Marvel Legends, you're absolutely in the right place, all right? Hit the videos tab, find the playlist, but most importantly, please, hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. Follow me on Instagram, it's Dan Who. I'm on X at Dan Who Reviews, and as always, I will see you on the next one.